Yeah. I wanna know what's on your mind. Tell me now, don't waste no time. I'm tryna tell you, you can lean on me. Or I can see it in Hanks and B. Good game, and it's coming free. Ain't not a dime, no tax, no fees. Your shade, you a Christian, I see. Let's hit the mall, everything on me. His and hers, 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 his and hers. Got your wants and all that you need. If you can see, then you can believe. I wouldn't leave even if I was street.
Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. What's good, you guys? It's your girl, Amina Bentu.
It's your boy, it's your neighborhood favorite comedian, and you're tuning in to His
and Hers Podcast. Welcome back to another episode 31.
Did you miss us?
Did you?
I know you've been gone.
Yes, it's been a lot.
A lot going on,
yeah.
technical difficulties. And just to be
personal
honest,
things.
Personal, just life.
It's life, yeah.
It's life, it happens. You know
and sometimes you truly need a break.
Yeah.
So then mentally that you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we will never be that long from y'all ever. So don't ever think we'll be long at what we were.
Yeah.
You know
just maybe just give us a week.
Just a week.
That's it. A week to regroup, a week to recoup.
And give y'all the best what y'all deserve.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
On that note, on this week's energy.
Yeah, her energy's very high.
Woo! Anywho, on this
We got wine back, B. Oh my God,
yeah.
we missed us. Man, I know we had wine in a while.
We ain't had wine since doing YouTube.
You know what I'm saying?
So we got our wine. We sipping our wine, all right? On this week's episode, we discuss dating pathways and marriage. We also discuss things that we want in our marriage and the things that we fear in marriage when we finally get to that. You know, we're not going to really discuss more. That's pretty much it, you know? So sit back, sip, and let's get into it.
Sip it up.
Sip it up.
Vibe out with us.
All right. So are you currently dating to marry, or are you dating to have fun at the moment?
I say marriage. Reason why I say marriage is because, of course, you know, you have your times, and then at this point in time in my life is more so I'm going into career in my career now, so it's like there's no time really to have no fun because fun becomes distraction. So it's more so there's a lock in. You know what I'm saying? It's just stay focused. So me dating to
marry
at this point.
Yeah, I think I'm likewise. If I'm gonna get into another serious relationship, it's definitely leading towards marriage.
Yeah.
And I'm going to definitely take on the opportunity to ask the necessary questions that will also let me know what their mindset is at. I think I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we were talking about how we know what we want in a man, but I was telling her like how it's one thing to know what you want in somebody, it's another thing to know what you want in them in a marriage, right? You may say, oh, I want a man that's kind, sweet, or I want a woman that's independent, goal-driven, but we never go into, oh, I want a husband that's more understanding. I want a marriage that's more of a 60-40 than a very, you know, you never talk about the underlinings of, oh, what submissiveness is to you or what submissiveness is to them, to really catch a gist of what their ideal marriage looks like. So I think I definitely want to start asking those questions on, you know, like, okay, you want to get married? Cool. So what do you, like, when you envision marriage, what does your marriage look like? Like, how do you see the roles playing out? I know for me, I'm cool if my husband's the breadwinner or whatever, but I know that I'm very independent as a person. So I want to also put in, you know, financially as well. Yeah, so if you paying a mortgage, I at least want to pay utilities. And we can split groceries. You know, something in that case, you know, mortgage is a lot more. So, you know, it'll give you a boost of, okay, I'm still that man because I'm paying for the household. But it's just a ideal of just feeling that I'm also in this marriage and I'm also helping my family out, not just on a nurturing level, but also on the ones that also matter financially as well.
Yeah, basically you want to be an asset.
Yeah. So I think,
respect that.
Yeah, I think those are conversations to have with significant others when going into that stage, especially if dating to marry is your pathway.
Yeah. I feel like now at our age, I think everybody should be dating to marry. It's okay to have fun, don't get me wrong, get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Everybody raised was different. You don't have that freedom that you had, so now you got the freedom, so you feel like you can, But I feel like at a certain point in time, when you stretching that 30 mark, it's like the fun needs to kind of calm down. Like you can have fun, but you rather want to have fun with that one person at this point, because dealing with multiple is a fucking headache.
You wouldn't know. You saw that right there.
Huh.
That was someone who said it through experience.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's a lot. It's expensive. Number one, very expensive, and it's also time consuming. So if you have goals like myself, you can't focus on those type of things because you get distracted because you want to put time into this person, which they deserve. You saying mostly, like I said, I feel like everybody's love language, at least one of them, is quality time. At least one. So if that's the case, it's more so of you gotta get that. If you don't give it, then you lose the person. So now, once you lose them, now it's like trying to get them back, trying to do this, trying to do that. So it's like you just want to stay with one person or stay locked in with one at this point in time. Now, like I said, if you're young, early teens, late teens, no. You know what I mean? If you want to have fun, do your thing. Even in your late 20s, if you want. Like I said, everybody's raised different. But nevertheless, like I said, I feel like they definitely should be, when it comes to that, women and men, though, but definitely women, because of course most time it's the men bringing the money for real. The women, you should always want to be an asset because of the fact that if something goes left, who to step up? Or if y'all don't make it, what you gonna do when you go back on your own? Like, so you want to be an asset to a point where those, like you said, you ain't gotta pay the mortgage or pay half of the mortgage. It can be, baby, I got the mortgage, we take care of the cable and
utilities.
Utilities,
Water
small
bill,
shit,
cable,
most times that stuff adds up
electricity.
to half of the mortgage. So
Not even. Sometimes,
exactly.
Depending on your shit, it's like $600 a month, and
For
then
all
your mortgage is like $1,600. You know, so I just think more so, like you said, like an asset. Like you want to be able to, and the person you want to be with once. I feel like it's security as well for a man to know that, if I hit rock bottom, at least I know we still good because
I know we still good.
Yeah, shorty here. Like even if you as a woman, like, okay, he paying $1,600 in mortgage. All right, let me at least put $800 down every month into our savings. You know what I'm saying? Or let me match that and put $1,600 every month into our savings. So then this way, God forbid, what if another wave of COVID hit and people losing their jobs left and right? This way y'all still living comfortably. I know so many family members or so many families who COVID hit and it was like, dang. And then for me, luckily for my parents, they were able to still be afloat.
And I use them as an example, actually, they would still be afloat too, but also too, I feel like they had businesses, correct?
Yeah, my dad has his own business.
So they created things to, not knowing that this would happen, of course, you don't know, but just in case.
Yeah, and then my mom's an essential worker. She's a nurse.
So in that case, she was always going to be good.
Yeah, she's always going to be good.
But far as, if she was working at a school or things like that, her father...
Like us.
Yeah, you feel me? Like us, exactly. Her father...
With his
business, and of course because her mother name went to, so those two that can help them. So I truly believe also you want to date somebody who's a hustler,
who's
driven, ambitious, to understand that these type of things can happen at any point in time.
But it's not even, I think just someone who wants to make lucrative money,
exactly,
and truly build generational wealth.
Facts.
I think that's one thing I praise my father on. The house that I'm currently living in, it's my parents' home, but my parents own 2 homes, and that's rare. That's very rare for people.
Not to be a well-known name.
Yeah,
to
have 2 homes, and then just be able to know that your children will never go without a place to lay their head. And that's honestly inspiring for me because that's exactly what I want for my kids and within my marriage. But do you think marriage is taken more serious in today's generation compared to our parents' generation, or is it lessened?
I say less. I feel like we changing it though. I feel like a lot of us are starting to get married again. But the generation still takes it less though, because it's so many things that you have women looking for now, men looking for now. So it's like what they solely went on back then, like not just love though, but just anything though. Like they knew that if they let a person for real, they're gonna go through whatever, and they're gonna be no. If this happened, and I don't mean.
I think in our generation we're easy to give up.
Yeah.
We don't have the fight. We can fight for any and everything. We can fight for a successful business. Mm-hmm. We can fight for money, hustle, whatever. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to our love life or spending time with somebody, it's like we easily give that up because it's like, I don't want to waste my time.
Yeah.
So it automatically goes into like, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to deal with it. Like,
I think that really came from like trauma though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you got to heal. At some point you got to forgive and let go, because at the end of the day, that bothers you down the road. Mm-hmm. It don't seem like it could, because you can't see it, but what you do in your actions shows it up. So it's like at the end of the day, that's just what you gotta look back on, and like that's what I had to learn, that sometimes when you want to learn somebody, learn a woman like that, look at her background. I really want to tell you what you're gonna be dealing with as you grow up. You get what I'm saying? I mean, as y'all continue to build your bond and relationship. So like I said, I mean, I don't think it's bad for us in our relationship when it comes to marriage, but I definitely feel like it's nowhere near how, like, we got grandparents that been married for what, 50-something years, 60 years. Like, you don't see that now in the relationship for real. Like, nigga might get married, be married for 5 years and get divorced because of something small though. Not even nothing crazy, something small. So it's like what our parents went through or go through in their marriages. I don't think, like she said, it'd be easy to give up for real.
Yeah, and I think it's pride too. I think it's pride, but also too, what I would say is that I think in our parents' generation and stuff, those women went through a lot more, and they endured a lot more, and they kind of sucked in because the idea of being divorced was shame upon. And I think in today's generation, women are so headstrong, and they are like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, if you cheat, I'm done.
Yeah.
If you do this, I'm done.
Respectful though. Respectfully.
It is.
Though. I respect that.
Yeah. And,
I respect that.
But like for our parents' generation, it was like, okay, if he cheats, you kind of gotta like stick through it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work it out. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you took vows on that. You know, through sickness and through health. And, you know,
through riches and poor.
Yeah, all of that. So it's like you gotta stick on to it. But our generation is more like, now I respect myself way too much. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
But yeah, what are the important factors in marriage for it to last? What are the things that will make a successful marriage?
Communication.
Big. We learned that, right?
Yeah, communication.
Our last episode.
Yep. Communication, I would say, 3 things successful. I say financial stability. Not meaning you gotta be filthy. I'm just saying financial stability, meaning that as a man and woman, you want to be able to lean on one another, be each other crutches. That's what I mean by financial stability. And then, what I say, communication, financial stability, and love. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love them. You feel me? If you don't love, and I don't mean love though, like I love her. I'm talking about falling in love with somebody, like to the point where that's when those hard time comes, and you build, it's a friendship. Like, you build a bond with them before that, so that you know that it's a best friend. So that you know that at the end of the day, no matter what, through these hard times or whatever, maybe you might not talk for a couple of days. Be in the same bed. I just saw my parents do a couple times. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk, but that bond that they built, it keeps them where they at. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I definitely would say, those are my 3. I feel like communication, love, financial stability, honesty, loyalty, yes, loyalty. Be loyal to me, I'm gonna be loyal to you. You feel me? Sometimes, like I said, you know, things happen, but as long as you stay loyal, we good. Cause loyalty you can love me, but like my brother got a tattoo on his arm that said, don't show love to love gets you killed. Mm-hmm. That means that's true. Cause you can love somebody a lot. You can love a dog, but a dog is switch on you at a certain point in time. You can love a pet.
A dog's is a man's best friend.
Shit, you ever saw a pet?
dog's loyalty is beyond.
You ever saw a pet? Shit on us? What?
But what I will say is that you talk about dogs now.
That's because you birth. Don't talk to my best friend. I wasn't even talking about that.
You said, even on the dog.
Yeah, because I'm saying because you love a dog, but a dog can turn on you too.
Okay.
But the loyalty.
Yeah, you said that like 4 or 5 times.
Alright, you know what? Go ahead.
But I'm saying that for me, I definitely agree with communication. I agree with everything you said. I think one thing I would say, I would add on to that is strength. I think you have to have strength within a marriage, right? Don't touch me.
Get away from me.
Yes, I'm like you.
I got Ben. Stop it. You know my situation.
You broke.
Lady, don't believe that lady. Don't believe that lady. Hey, it's hard time to Hollywood over here.
Okay. Hey, I'm jokes. All jokes. But I think strength. I think strength in a marriage it's really what keeps the core together. A good core, strengthened core, is what's gonna keep the marriage long lasting, because I think it takes strength to deal with a lot of things, right? To deal with adultery, to deal with miscommunication, to deal with feelings not being received or perceived in certain aspects. It takes a lot of strength to have understanding of another person outside of yourself, and it takes strength to compromise. It takes strength to love. I think strength is the biggest thing that, if we mentally and physically, emotionally are strong enough to deal with ourselves, I think we'll be able to strong enough and deal with somebody else. But it comes with strength, honestly. I think people don't put that in there. Like, it's like, are you strong enough to be in a marriage? That's really the most, that's really the question that should be asked, if anything. Like, are you strong enough to be in a marriage? Are you strong enough to put somebody else's needs before your own? Are you strong enough to consider them in everything that you do? And not because you have to, but because you love them enough to do it. Are you without any hesitation? Like, it's like someone invites you somewhere, like your boys, like, yo, let's go get drinks. Like, oh my God, let me talk to my lady first. Not because you need permission, but more so of like, I don't know if she has something planned for us or not. Like,
oh yeah. I mean,
something like
that's
that.
That's why I said though, once you hit a certain age, those things, it don't really bother you when you
But I'm saying it's just having the strength to be selfless.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, some guys now at our age might be like, man, calling, like, checking in for what, nigga? Man.
Yeah, it's not checking in.
Not checking in for, it's more so respect.
It's consideration.
Being considerate for real. Because you want to do something to you. So I'm telling you.
It's just normal.
On the other foot.
It's real.
Trust me.
But I even think I remember having a conversation with my mom, and my dad would like certain hairstyles on my mom, and so she'll do them. So I remember telling her, I was like, oh my God, you're at this age, you're like 50, I think you should cut your hair and do like this whole, like, just cut your hair, be free, like, I think it'll look so good on you. She was like, well, I gotta ask your dad first. I gotta see if he'll like me with my hair cut. And I was like, what? You don't need permission from that man? Like, what are you talking about? She was like, that's my husband. If he don't like me in his short cut, why would I do it? So, but I got it, what she was saying. I guess in the sense of like, I'm gonna sit here and do all of this for who?
And not then once she cut it, you like it, but she gotta live with that man every night. And that man looking at her.
I don't want that. Like a dirty tennis ball. I don't want that.
Whoa. She wanna say that for a while, yeah. That's all I'm saying.
No. Not about my mom, I'm saying in general. You ever seen those girls like who natural girls?
Oh, you know what kind of completely off.
Not my mom. I wasn't talking about my mom. Right. I literally was just saying like a short cut. Like
a bob.
Not a bob, but like a short, like the little short cuts.
It's not a woman's side, I understand.
Yeah, okay, I'll show a picture of it. Yeah. But like, just like a nice little short cut, like not a Halle Berry. I don't even know.
Halle Berry was different.
Yeah, but not one of those short. But I'm saying, when I say dirty tennis ball, I see it was a skit from Mike Epps, and the girl has like a really low cut, and she colored it blonde. And then the hair was growing, so you got like the black and the blonde at the top. And he just basically told her, you look like a dirty tennis ball. Like, you walking around here look like a dirty tennis ball. But anywho, yeah, that was funny. So I had to insert that in. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, a successful marriage is just taking your time and being courteous.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what kind of marriage are you looking for?
Meaning what?
What do you want in a marriage?
What I want in a marriage?
All seriousness, like what do you want your marriage to look like?
Real. Understanding. Loyal. Fun. Enjoyment. Exciting. I just want to have a fun. I want to basically feel like I'm dating my friend. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like I want a
Not
friend.
dating, married.
I'm sorry, married my friend. To be honest, the reason why I say that is because I want to travel. So of course, when the funds are right there, like I said, I haven't traveled, but I can travel consistently.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to get in the morning. I got an off couple days. No touring, no podcasting. I can be like, big come on, let's go to so and so. You know what I'm saying? Even take my kids with me for real. I wanted to be like where it's like, you see Fab and his wife? Like every Halloween they do that certain different shit.
I wouldn't really use that.
Not saying I wanted you to be like that, but it seems like to me they have that. I know it's that. But yeah, like I'm talking about like how that situation is. Like it is more so it's fun. Like I feel like he go out with Emily on a regular sometimes the parties like that. Like so it's like I just want to be.
Lately,
I used to never want better one. Tiana Taylor and Mel Shepherd.
I
love them. You get what I'm saying? Like
love them.
their relationship
That's
is something
what
that I would want.
Yes.
Like hands down. They're fun. They're outgoing.
Trustworthy. They love each other. They know each other.
They know each other.
That's what I was gonna say. I want a marriage. I want to be in a marriage with someone who knows me.
Yeah.
And I mean like knows me. Like he knows his woman inside out, and she knows her
First
man.
Of all,
inside
she snatches
out.
every time she get pregnant. Shorty body go from that to that.
That easy.
Like, God damn.
They're just amazing. I would that's a perfect
right there.
example.
Perfect example right there.
Yeah.
Like you talking about fun. I know they be serious sometimes, but like they funny, outgoing, the kids, like it's just like it's like
their
one,
dynamic is amazing.
yeah, like and then but one thing he
they're
said
truly
though,
soulmates.
Exactly, truly soulmates. But one thing he said though, that stuck out to me was distance. He said you don't know how important distance is in a relationship until you really realize when you look into it.
Mm-hmm.
He said I want her to go out. Go explore, go do some shit. Like,
by yourself.
Yeah, by yourself,
me.
without me.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you come back, we do what? Communicate. How was your day, babe? What did you do? What did you bought that? Dang, let me see that. Try it on quick. Like, you have something to talk about. Mm-hmm. But if you with me all day,
or if you talking to me all
day, we have nothing to talk about.
I'm always the type of person where I don't have to talk to you like I can go all day without talking to you, as long as like, especially if you're dating, like at the end, like maybe 9 o'clock, whatever, like during wind down time, we were FaceTiming, and I'm telling you everything that happened today, right? I remember even too, like when I was like, school was like really like, when we was really in the classrooms and stuff and doing shit, I used to always tell the person at the time, like, every story that happened with the kids. Like, let me tell you what this kid did. And he'd just be cracking up. And then the next day, he was like, what happened to that kid? Oh, so tell me something else. Like, we like that. Or he'll be like, tell me about his day.
Though. Like, even when it comes to, like, if you say, all right, boom, I'm going to wake up in the morning, talk to this person. Cool. Once that day get started, let them go. No matter what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when they come back, like you said, you call around about like 8. Now sometimes people don't like that. I might call you about 4 o'clock. Things happen in between that time. But if you wait until that to that nighttime though, 8 o'clock, like you said, wind down.
Perfect. After you done take a shower.
Exactly.
You know, ladies, get your little robe on. FaceTime your man.
And you see,
with the bonnet.
And you know, you just keep it. And the thing actually, fellas, what fellas understand is that what I'm learning is that if you let them go the whole day, bro, you ain't gotta see nothing on the phone. Cause she gonna have a whole day of what happened. By the time she asks you, how was your day? She's tired. So she might go to sleep. You can be like, alright, man, I love you, babe. Cause you know, fellas, we don't really care about how they were. You know what I'm saying? It's mostly for the women. But when a mom said that for that was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like that was deep because we don't for real, because we think that them being away or you doing something. You know what I'm saying? But really, They could be whatever they doing for real, but when they come back, they tell you, yo.
And that's right. I think that's trust too. Like,
exactly, it's trust.
Yeah,
that's the big
trusting
trust.
someone. Yeah, trusting someone fully with your life.
Yeah,
you know?
understanding that you feel me. They love you enough and are, like she always say, loyal.
Yeah, I'm big on loyalty.
Yeah,
like
to not do that.
My loyalty is so big. I'm big on loyalty in general, like with
Mm-hmm.
my friends, with my family. Like, so loyalty in a marriage just has to be at the top.
I feel like that's number one for everybody. It should be everybody.
No,
like well, else communication. But I think they fall in the same bracket though.
No, but I'm just saying loyalty. A lot of people don't look at loyalty the way they rather, like, we had a discussion, like a lot of people would rather have love than loyalty. And for me, is I rather have loyalty than love.
But it makes sense
you're
why you said
always going to be loyal. When loyalty is so hard, like once you're loyal to somebody, it's so hard to not be loyal to them.
Because it's so hard. Because
it's like you invested. It's a lot to come with loyalty. And like 21 Savage said, I'd rather have loyalty than love.
That makes sense.
You can love somebody and still stab them in the back, but once you loyal to them, you loyal to them for life. For life. And you ain't even gotta be around them no more. Like, you loyal to them for life.
You would never do anything to
harm them. Yeah.
None of that, because you loyal. It's loyal. So yeah, because like I said, love.
And even when shit hit the fan, like, and they hit your lineup, you still like, I got you. Even though you ain't talked to them in years, even though they probably put dirt on your name. All of that. That loyalty makes you want to just still help them out. That's real.
Feel that.
Yep. What should the issues you face while dating be transferred into your marriage? So
like boyfriend and girlfriend issues.
Yes. So like the issues that you face, I feel like the issues that you face as a couple when dating, those issues should be fixed before entering a marriage. I think a marriage is a clean slate.
Yeah. You know how I say, like, when it comes to sports, playoffs, you're right at 0-0 now. That's how I think it is when it comes to marriage. Like, regular season is the dating. Yeah, man, you got how many games you playing. You feel what I'm saying? We count those as years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Some people months. But, yeah. But once you say, will you marry me?
That's a clean slate.
Clean slate now, so that means whatever happened then
is in the past. Don't bring that shit up.
Don't bring it there, because once you bring it up, now it's like you dragging that into this, and this is something brand new. Because you gotta think about it. It is actually a like say for a clean slate, because now those years that you was calling anniversary years don't count no more. It's a whole brand new. When you say when you say I do, that's your new anniversary date. So
would you celebrate both anniversaries?
That's a crazy woman. So let's see, fellas. I mean, she thinking about that.
I would. Well, not saying that you have to go crazy on our dating anniversary, but acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, baby, this has been 15
No, but even
years,
honestly,
baby.
Okay, so Russell and Sierra, it was like March, whatever. That was the first day they ever met. I never did that, and I
don't know the first day. To me.
Yeah, I don't know the
even
first.
Down on my
Actually,
child,
I did.
And I love her to death.
My last, I know the first day we met.
Well, the first day we met, we was in high school. She was the freshman, I was a sophomore. So, but I still wouldn't know the date.
Well, I know the date, but that's because I was also at an event.
Okay, yes, you know your date.
Yeah, I know my dates. I'm really good with dates anyway.
Yeah. But me, I couldn't remember the date. Cause that day I met you, I probably wasn't looking forward to going that next step. So that probably was the day that I was just looking like I'm about to book short. But you know what I'm saying? Now, if you say the date that we made it official, well, I remember that date. Not all of them for real, but I remember some of them for real. The dates. Let's just say I remember the important one. Jasmine. Saying?
Don't tap me.
You feel me?
Yeah, I think honestly marriage is a clean slate. So I definitely don't feel like anybody should get married unless they are for sure with the person that they're about to get married with, and they've also prayed upon it. They've also let go and let God in the issues that they have, because honestly, one thing we didn't discuss is I think the thing that's going to make a successful marriage is God. Putting God in your marriage and making sure.
And it's Sunday. Shame on us.
Yeah, shame on you. I brought it up. Putting God first, and also putting God into your marriage, and not just one person being so into God while the other doesn't. Like, you have to be, like you said, equally yoked. I definitely want a partner that I'm equally yoked with. I want somebody who we can sit and pray together. We can discuss God with each other. I think it's so rare to be in a relationship with somebody and actually talk about God. I do it with my friends, and it's actually such a beautiful feeling when I do it with them. And I know one of my closest friends, after we discuss God, she always does a prayer for me, and it's like the most uplifting thing in the freaking world. Like, I just honestly love it. So I can only imagine how much that would be with somebody that I'm intimate with. You know what I'm saying? To be in that situation where we put God first, we're able to discuss God, we're able to discuss the things that we want God to do for us, and we're able to do that and then pray for each other. Like, that's such a beautiful thing, and I think that our generation lacks, religious, religious guidance. Like, I think spiritual guidance. We like some type of guidance. Like, I think all of us are trying to just do this thing called life by ourselves, and honestly the only guidance we have is God. And so I think just creating your own relationship with him and then bringing that into your relationships, I think that's definitely a very key factor. And hesitation.
Like you said, I think keeping God first in anything is very important. We try our best to keep him first in our business,
in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah, in life, period. Like, as you should, though. But definitely in relationship, for real, the thing is, the key of it is keeping God first, because that also keeps you together too. Not as the love, the money, but God.
And praying for strength.
Yeah.
To just endure, just keep going through whatever you endure in your marriage, because marriage is not easy. Like, it's not.
It's a business. Understand that it's a business. It's a businessship too. Like, it's not all about the love and affection and all that. It becomes a business. Y'all become one. So everything that you do or she does
affects the other.
Both of y'all.
Yeah.
And y'all family. If you have kids,
especially when you have kids too. Yeah, I think also too, me discussing what you want your marriage to be in, but what kind of husband you would want, or what kind of wife you want, but also what kind of mother would you want in that wife, what kind of father would you want in that husband. And that's so important. And to even have discussions of, do you want kids? How many kids do you want? And I feel like as women, we shouldn't be afraid to have those discussions, because if they don't know, then there's no issue if they don't know or not. But at that point, if you do know, then you know y'all are not at the same path. So therefore, don't waste no more time.
Yeah, for sure.
Just kind of keep it pushing, and find somebody you're equally yoked with in the midst of talking about God. Why do you believe God established marriage to begin with?
Structure. I believe it was strictly for structure.
Yeah, and I also believe so you don't have so many soul ties.
Yeah.
Even though we genuinely do, but there's a lot of people who don't.
Yeah.
I think to not have so many soul ties, and to also, because we're here to procreate, I think is like, it only makes sense to have a union within that.
What she said about the soul ties, it's deep. It's deeper than what she just said. Yeah. Because if you look into it, when you have so many soul ties, it makes it so difficult and confusing.
You lose yourself every partner you have.
Exactly. So it's
they have a piece of you. So and you have a piece of them.
Exactly.
So you're you're losing yourself as you're carrying other people. And that's so hard to get back, especially when you find the person you want to be whole with. Because then you have to go back. Not saying you have to go back to those people, but you have to go back into the things that you did with those people and ask for forgiveness. Not just for yourself, but for the person that you're about to deal with. Because once you let him in, he's enduring everything that you've endured with those people that you were with prior to.
And I go back to damage. People, we have trauma that we have to fix, period. I believe that's a key too. If you're not ready for marriage, say it. Don't just because you see the picture of it, or you see because
it's biblically there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
if it's not for you,
good. If it's not for you right now, then just wait.
Just be okay with it.
Be okay with that. Your time's going to come. Everybody's different. Some people get married at 42 years old, 45 years old.
People don't get married at all.
At all. You know what I'm saying? And they dating somebody for a long. Yeah, so it's like, just understand that for real. But I truly believe that everybody's supposed to get married or should be married, but sometimes it don't happen. Yeah. But it truly comes down because of what happened about trauma. If you don't take care of yourself by yourself, you will never understand if you can't love yourself, then you can't love this person because you don't even know how to love yourself. So things that they do might trigger something for real that happened to you back then because of the fact that you don't even know that. Right. So it's like, and they don't know because y'all not communicating. Because they're not communicating because you have trust issues. So now it's so much tied into it. So nevertheless, like she just said, for real, you feel me? I feel like definitely with structure, and also what she said too. You get what I'm saying? So, and the reason why I say structure is because of the fact that it keeps, like she said, the soul tie. That's deep. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think about that. Like the soul ties, like when you have so many for real, you're trying to give this person all of you, but you don't really have all of you.
You don't.
Because you didn't went through so many people before you got to this person. When you could have really stayed focused and then got the person whenever you got them. That's why they say good things come to those who wait. That's facts. We as people,
we are not
impatient.
Patient.
We very impatient. We very impatient. So yeah, I'm sorry. I like to talk over me. So we got that.
Impatient.
Yeah, impatient. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I feel like I'm a victim of that. You get what I'm saying? You know, so it's like all of us are real in the world. You get what I'm saying? Like you got people that got 3, 4, 5 baby fathers, baby mothers, all that.
I was gonna say, don't play the women now.
No, I'm saying both. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, but if you understand, you get what I'm saying, why he really, why God really did it, is because it's really to save us.
Yeah, honestly.
To save us from all that
trauma.
All that trauma and all that. You get what I'm saying? Because if you could be that one person.
He truly does help us to have a better life.
We just
choose the life that we hand ourselves, honestly.
Damn you, Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
So hard for us.
But no, I would have to. I agree. I think that. Damn, I was gonna say something that just totally left my brain.
How did it affect no women? You know.
Not me, honey.
And they around me.
Wow.
Okay.
Dang, I really had something to say, and I just had a brain fart.
Say excuse me.
We're not gonna talk about that.
I say excuse me, Aaliyah.
Anyhow.
The chains might vibrate.
Ew. That's disgusting. Anyhow, this is the last question.
Okay.
What's your biggest fear about getting married?
Divorce.
That's not mine.
Forever be that. It will forever be
my
divorce.
biggest fear in marriage is losing my soulmate.
That's divorce.
No. Death.
Oh. Yeah, that too. Shit, divorce feel like a death. You still got all the money.
You can still see that person. Y'all can still rekindle things later on in life.
Yeah, you could. But that's probably after divorce though.
A lot of people divorce, take a break from each other just to get right back together.
That's tough.
Because you truly love that person, but y'all just you couldn't find a way to communicate to be able to work shit out. Yeah. And compromise.
Yeah,
so
death is tough though. And us actually knowing somebody who went through that. Co-worker.
Oh yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah,
when you said it for I kind of thought about it.
It doesn't come back.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one of my biggest fears. That, and also being married to somebody who truly doesn't get me.
That's tough.
Because
I feel like that comes in the beginning though.
Yeah, but you get you say it's so easy though for people to pretend. You know what I'm saying? And people can pretend for a long ass time.
Narcissist.
Some people have the ability to truly do that.
Yeah, no, for real.
And that is such a fear, to be in a marriage with someone who pretended the whole time, and then when it finally clicks, you got children with them. And then you're like,
you just yeah, that person gonna want to see this one.
But then it's just like, yo, you played me. You made me think that you actually understood who I was. You made me feel accepted. That's one thing as women, we want to be accepted by the man that we're with. We want you to accept our flaws. You want us to accept every baggage that comes with us. We want to accept the fact that you're going to help us through our baggage. And then the fact that you pretended.
But that's
and
why
you got caught up in your own lies.
But that's why I feel like women don't know who they gonna marry. I feel like because if a woman knew who they were gonna marry, they probably married their first boyfriend. If they knew who they was gonna marry. But I feel like men know, like, off of like.
But the fact that men know and still don't use that opportunity.
Because it's more so of they damage. And it's not an excuse, it's more so of, as men, we have to man up and be like, you know what, because men love hard too. And when we get hurt, we are hurt. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I said, the shoe being on the other foot, bro, ain't that shit, that feeling is different.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I truly believe when if you know that she's the one, or you know that, then don't play with her. Just do what you have to do as a man.
I think men also should start putting themselves out there, so then this way women can also put themselves out there. Because I know for me, I have a big fear of rejection. So if I don't get that you actually have feelings,
that's your fear, though.
That's my fear, yes. And I'm saying that as that being a fear,
you should break that.
I would personally want I'm not saying for every other woman, this is a personal one. I personally want a man who's able to speak on how he feels. And I feel like in general as women, men always say, oh, we're not mind readers, but as women we're not either, right? Like we can't read y'all minds. So therefore y'all also opening up a little bit more and being a little bit vulnerable should be a factor in y'all as men as well, not just for women. And it shouldn't be if a woman is not a vulnerable creature.
Oh no, it shouldn't be it's more so of, as a man, you expect it because he's feminine.
But that's
I understand
problem.
what you're saying. But no. Man,
I'm not a vulnerable. I'm not like.
And I will say this for the ladies.
I'm trying.
For the ladies, I will say this.
It's hard.
I love y'all. I will say this. As men, I feel like if we do speak, it makes it easy for y'all to open up to us.
Oh my God.
Because now y'all know that you have somebody that is not afraid to tell you
their feelings.
So
it's not one way.
It's not one way. So it's like. I see myself been doing that lately, opening up, saying how I really feel. Cause
a
if
simple,
you don't,
I like you. That's even rare to hear. You just assume because y'all hanging out, y'all kissing, y'all.
Yeah, that you like me, I like you.
Yeah, but no one's actually said it.
Whole time I'm just digging this right now. And I'm just trying to get up out of here once we done. But so like, but if I don't be real, you wouldn't know that. Yeah. And you wouldn't, because sometimes I learned too that females be on the same type tip. Oh, I want to. Hey, I'm glad we on that. So you just want to fuck? So do I.
But those conversations aren't had
because of fear. People
I want somebody to tell me.
People don't like getting looked upon too, like with the bad name getting dragged in the dirt. So it's like.
But I feel like if you have those conversations and you put respect in that, there's no dragging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if we have a conversation, it's like, yo, I like you, you cool. I like you too, you cool. But I don't want a relationship. Me neither. I just want us to just vibe. Like I just want us to do.
But see, the only thing about when you say vibe though, you kicking it, eventually feelings get involved.
Depends.
It depends it depends, but you saying a vibe. What is the definition of your vibe?
So a vibe is pretty much like we don't have no strings attached. I don't want a relationship. You don't want a relationship. We're not looking to see where things go. That's not that. This is, if you find somebody that you fuck with heavier, then we'll end our shit. You know what I'm saying?
But that's hard to do when you so when you vibing though. I mean, you ain't telling what you're vibing with. What is vibing to you? That's not a vibe. Exactly.
Parents watch this.
Oh well. Besides that, I'm talking about. But vibing is still.
You're gonna ultimately have feelings with somebody, but I think knowing, like, you know what I'm saying.
But that knowing is.
But even our conversation before the show. Oh God.
I'm talking about Willis.
It ain't that hard, Willis. That we only talked about one thing before the show.
Right. Okay. So.
Right, and you agreed.
I agree that you should.
That would be a vibe.
Now that's not really a vibe though. Because that is just basically two people understanding that y'all is just doing that.
And that's vibe, because that is a vibe.
But that's a vibe. But it's a different vibe to talk about. We ain't gonna get into that. But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day too, what I'm saying is like, on that situation, it works out in your favor, right? But say if that person is here 24/7, how does that play out? Because now, what you doing this weekend? Let's do this. What you doing next weekend?
But okay, that's when you put boundaries.
But you putting too much stuff, because at that point, don't call me unless you want to do that. Period.
But that's how I am. Let me say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If we're in a position where all we're doing is having sexual favors for each other, mm-hmm. I don't want anything extra that's going to confuse me on what this is.
Okay, so
that's
what you
me
say then.
As an individual.
But now, do you tell your men that though?
Believe.
Be real.
Do I? You know what's crazy? All realness, we don't have that conversation.
Right. And then that's when they get caught up, because he's thinking that
he's not bringing it up. I'm not bringing it up.
Right, but he thinking that the only way to do the vibe is to take you out. But in your head, you're like, nigga, you ain't even gotta do that, but I'm gonna take it because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I like to eat.
Right. Fast.
I am. Yeah. Anybody that knows me knows when you be like, oh, thank you for doing this. What you want in favor?
Right. So my thing is that right there, they might, because like I said, in a man's head, he wants to say that. So yeah, the what's the name comes into effect. So basically, long story short, when it comes to that, you definitely want to speak. Like I said, for my fellas, telling the communication.
Just communicate, people.
Just there's nothing wrong with showing your feminine side. It don't mean that you're feminine.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Just showing. What happens is you get the best out of them.
True, be honest.
You feel me? Because then they feel like, oh, I can open up with him then. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
and the more they open up, the more they feel comfortable, and then other things in your relationship start to grow and get better. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode. We truly appreciate you guys. It's so many things that we want to do. It's so many things that we have envisioned. I know for season 2, we are definitely taking
fully throttle.
Yeah, but we're also taking a whole nother step. Like, we're doing things differently next season. So we're here up until we got what, four more episodes.
Actually,
three more episodes after here. So after that, we're done until January. Mm-hmm. So till the new year.
To the new year. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, we had a lot of things for you guys, but season 1 was definitely growing. We learned a lot about each other, about our podcast, about our business, everything.
A lot of things we want to do within the podcast.
So season 2, I don't see a whole different and a lot more.
More creativity, a lot more bass. You're going to really see what His and Her podcast is about.
Yup.
And on that note, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. So then this way, every time we post, you know, and then you click. And I don't know where any of this stuff is at, but nonetheless, it's going to be all right here written down.
You know what I'm saying?
So, on that note, this is
Real People,
Real Vibes, Real Conversations. Peace.
His and hers. Yeah.